Hey, it's Harlan giving you 3 things to not do if you're looking for love. Number 1, don't pretend you're not looking for love. This is the most ridiculous, absurd, it doesn't make sense. And I know why you do it. It's because you're scared. You're afraid of being vulnerable. You don't want to get hurt. You don't want to get rejected. You don't want it to be uncomfortable. But the thing is, if people don't know that you are available, it's hard for them to find you. You become inaccessible. It becomes difficult for people to approach you. And really, this idea of not being interested, it's a lie. Because if someone were to approach you, someone really hot, and say, hey, do you want to grab some lunch? Do you want to grab some dinner or coffee? You wouldn't be like, no, I'm focused on work, can't have coffee. No, you'd be like, yeah, you'd be totally into it. So it's not even being genuine and honest. Give people permission to enter your life. And the way to do this is not to pretend that you are closed off and not interested. It's to let people know, because the more that people know that you're available, the easier it's going to be for them to approach you. Number 2, stop hanging out with the same people in the same places all the time. You can still be friends with these people, but you need to have more people in your life and need to put yourself in more places, because the way you build meaningful relationships is to share experiences with people in places over time. Put yourself in more places where you can sweat, play, pray, live, learn, lead, love, and work. And surround yourself with people who are single and people who are available and people who are interesting. This is the coolest thing. If you're single, you can put yourself in places where you are just surrounded by other individuals who share your passions and interests, so that you can focus more on being interested in other people as opposed to worrying about being so interesting to everyone else. There are so many people out there. I get excited. Online dating, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm not interested. I don't want to put myself there. And it's, again, you don't want to put yourself in a place where you're exposed to an enormous amount of rejection and the possibility of being disappointed. But you can change the rules. Put yourself in an online place where the dynamics are shifted. If you're a woman, you can put yourself on Bumble, where you make the first move. You could even make any rule in your online dating lifestyle that makes it easier for you to manage the possibility of rejection and to make it so that you won't be as vulnerable to getting hurt. But if you're not in places where other people are single, it's really hard to meet people and get set up and let the world know that you're interested in having a meaningful relationship. And number 3, stop being a miserable curmudgeon, a big lumpishka of flesh who's always so negative and always talking about who hurt you and who's doing this wrong and who's telling this story and ew. Think about that. That's the energy you're putting out there. And that's not an attractive energy. You're only going to attract people who are interested in that type of person, or that type of individual who's always getting lost in being a victim. No. Be positive and happy and hopeful. And I know that's scary because it means being vulnerable. It means possibly getting rejected. It means possibly getting hurt. But the only way to live life is if you have a meaningful existence independent of any other relationship. Because if you truly are okay on your own, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, then it's not going to be hard to be happy. It's not going to be hard to be hopeful, because all anybody else is going to be is just one more good thing in a life that's already great. So you're not going to be as vulnerable, and you don't have to be as hurt, and you don't have to be so negative, and you don't have to put yourself in the same places hiding from the possibility of finding something great. And you could let people know that you're interested and available, because you are an incredible, interesting, dynamic, attractive, charismatic person, and anyone would be lucky to be part of your life.